Hello everyone, thanks for checking out a brand new guitar tutorial. In this lesson we're going to look at how you restring your lovely acoustic guitar. So first of all you need to grab your guitar. Grab some guitar strings. These are my favourite strings, Elixirs, and they're 13s, which are quite light. If you want a pack of these, they're currently on my website, and you can pick these up for about £8, which is pretty cheap actually. So what you need to do is you need to unstring or de-string or take your strings off your acoustic guitar. And what we do is we turn the tuning pegs like this, and we're going in an anti-clockwise way. And we're just going to keep doing this. You'll hear the strings loosening off as you go. They'll go very flimsy like that. You need to do that for all of them. And we keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And the A string as well. And the low E string. Okay, so you've got all your strings loosened off here. What you start to do then is make sure they're loosened off enough so you can just wrap them over the top here and they come off like this. What you'll need to do is these little pegs down the bottom here, these keep the strings in at the bottom, at the bridge. Sometimes they come out easily, like this one. You can pull it out and make sure that you put it somewhere safe. Take your string out like that, and that is done. That string is done for. We'll do the same for all 6 strings, so we move on to our next one. Whoops, try not to drop your guitar like I nearly did. And again, we'll do this like this. That string comes out. What I tend to do is I do this first, so making sure that the string comes out nice and neatly. If you wanted to be lazy, you could just get yourself a set of pliers and cut them, and just cut them off. But you're still going to have to unravel them at the top here because they are all twisted. So just do that on the A string, and then we do it on the low E string. Right, so those are all the pegs, tuning pegs here. They've all been released. There's no more strings up there, so you can see I've got a bit of a sort of a spaghetti situation going on over here. Now this one is in a little bit too tight. So what I've got is a capo, and on the end of my capo here, I've actually got a little thing that I can just use the bridge and lift the little peg off like that, and it comes out perfectly like that. And again, if you want to get hold of one of these capos with these handy little devices at the end, you can check out my website, links in the bottom. That's thechordbasher.com. Check it out, and you've got the option to sign up to register for some free guitar lessons, as well as receive a coupon code or discount code to buy things like capos and strings. All cheap, just for you. Right, here we are. Strings, done, gone, finito. It's a bit dusty, so what I'd be doing now is I'd be getting some oil and I'd be wiping this down, and I'd be making sure that it's nice and clean, got some grubby finger marks on there for when I've been playing and sweating and playing gigs. So you want to give your guitar a good clean, so do that before you start putting the strings back on. So I'm going to quickly pause the video, do that, and then we'll come back to that.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I've cleaned up my guitar, I've made it nice and shiny, and I've taken all the grub out of the frets. Again, if you want a bit of a cleaning kit, head over to the website, thechordbasher.com. You can buy your cleaning kit from there. Again, nice and cheap for you. So if you don't want to pay premium prices, go over there and have a look. Right, what we do now is we get our chord basher strings, i.e. the Elixirs that you get off the website, and we start looking at the order. So I've got 13, 17, 26, 35, 45, and a 56. So I'm going to start with the 56 first of all. And again, these Elixirs are really nice tone. They last a long time as well, and I often use these for gigging. So I have got my low E string. So I unravel it like this, and this is where I need to get my tuning pegs. Make sure you don't drop them on the floor like I did, because you'll end up losing them and then you'll have a bit of a problem when you come to restring. So I stick the end of the string with the little metal tip there in the hole. I push the tuning peg, the peg, not the tuning peg, that's the other end, these little pegs here down, and I'm making sure that that groove is facing the top of the guitar, so facing the neck. And I push that down, and what you'll find is that the string will then pull up into that little groove and sit there. So that is nice and secure there. So then what I do, turn it like this, and I start feeding it through the hole in the tuning pegs. Just here, pull it through, and I want it to sit the other side. So I'm wrapping it around once, like that. And I'm holding it down over the top of the, where the strings sit in the grooves there. I'm just putting a bit of pressure on it, and then I'm doing a righty-tighty. So I'm now tuning up, or making the string tighter, and you'll probably hear it slip at the bottom. So don't worry about that, it's just the metal bit catching on the groove. And we're going all the way up, and we should start hearing it going. There we go, that's sitting in nicely. That's sitting on the groove nicely up here. And then you're left with this little off cut, which we'll cut off with pliers a little bit later. We do the same process again. So this is our 45, this is our A. Get that one out and bosh it out like that. Ouch. Try not to hurt yourself in the process. Again, make sure the peg, the groove is facing up the neck, up towards the head. This goes in the hole first, and we're pushing that down and then lifting it up. And then we do exactly the same process. We feed it through. Where's that hole? So we want that hole there. So we feed it through the hole like this. And then we wrap it round once, just around the top, like this. Okay, put a bit of pressure on it, and then we start tightening it up again. And we're doing that for all, obviously 6 strings, because that's how many strings we need on this guitar. If you had a 12 string, obviously it's slightly different, a little bit more time consuming as well, because you're doubling your time with those, adding those strings on, getting nice and tight. Again, tighten it up. Make sure it's sitting in the groove nicely. They are looking spot on. And then we move to our 35, next string, which is our D string. Again, unravel this, make sure they come out okay. We get the pegs, make sure that the groove is facing the neck. Put the string in the hole, push it up, pull it up, feed this through. You probably get the idea now. So if you want to skip ahead to the next bit of the video where we're just tuning up, then feel free to do that. But if you want to watch me restring this guitar, then carry on. That's up to you. So again, tuning up, getting it taut, tighter. Obviously it's very out of tune. We move on to our next string, which is going to be our 26, our G, the G string. Get that out, get the peg, groove facing neck, up we go. Oh, I put that in wrong, make sure it's nice and tight. There we go, pull that up, and then we feed it through this peg here, and this time it's going the other side, so we're going to make sure that we twist it around the head of that tuning peg there, and we're making sure that the strings sit inside that neck. So we don't want them at the outside here, we want them all coming down there. So that's what we're going to do. So we tune up, put more tension on. You can get a little device that helps you speed up the process if you want to, little spinner, but it's not that different, to be honest. So there we go. We've got 2 more to do. We've got the B string. again, out of the packet, unravel it, peg, string in there, pull it through, and simply put the string up through there, twist it around, making sure it's on the inside of the strings of the pegs. Start tightening that up as we go. It should get tighter and tighter and tighter. Might take a little bit longer. Make sure that you're doing it the right way. Was I doing it the right way then? Yes, I was. You'll feel it getting tighter and tighter and tighter. If it doesn't get tighter, you're doing it the wrong way, like I was just doing it then. So here we go, tighter, tighter, tighter. It's starting to get some tension on it. Here we go. Oh, there goes the bottom bit, which is just tightening up. There we go. Not in tune, but we're not going to tune it just yet. We're going to get these strings on. And then finally, we've got our E string, which is the thinnest string. Get our final peg, put it in there, push it down like that, pull it up, and we're going to stick that through the hole like that. Twist it up, twist it around to make sure that the string's sitting on the inside, and then we start tightening it up again. Da 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 da. Tighter, tighter, tighter. Getting really tight. Put the tension on. Okay, make sure that you cut these little strings at the top so you don't poke your eye out when you come to tune it. Right, so we've got perfectly in tune. Not. So what we want to do is start putting the tension on. So what I do with this is I just pull the string a little bit like that, just to make sure that it's settling in. And then I just start tuning by ear at the moment. So we're getting there. You can already see how brighter that is just with those new strings on. Really nice strings. They obviously feel nicer as well. You will need to break these strings in, so keep playing them, keep stretching them, because then being new, they're expanding and they're getting used to the position. They will go out of tune. So we're getting there. Again, really nice and bright. Really love these strings. That is how you tune your, sorry, not how you tune, that is how you restring your acoustic guitar. You can find this tutorial with a load of supporting information and a step-by-step guide on my website. Head over to thechordbasher.com. You can get your cheap strings from there. You can get your capos and other guitar accessories. So head over there if you'd like to. If not, I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.